When it's time for an adventure on the open highway, one quick call to American Family Insurance gets you headed in the right direction. Our travel peace of mind package is there if you encounter a bump in the road. From roadside assistance to rental car coverage, we have you covered. Find a local agent or get a quote at amfam.com.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Pain in the Grass. If you haven't heard, it's finally back. Yes, after the lockdown layoff, we're bringing it back in style.
Dude, I feel like we haven't done Pain in the Grass in like 30 years. Right? Like it just feels like forever ago. I don't even know if I know how to do this again. Enjoying live music.
Well, you're gonna have 3 days to get it right. So if you screw it up on Friday, September 2nd, don't worry. You got Saturday and Sunday where you can do it the right way.
Damn straight. I'm gonna rally by Saturday. I swear. I think I'll be okay on Friday once Incubus is playing. Man, I love Incubus. So to see them live with all the Rockaholics is gonna be a blast.
Yeah, and of course, Alice in Chains headlining the Saturday show, Sammy Hagar and The Circle headlining the Sunday show. And Steve, I just realized, if you want to try to, get it right, maybe do a practice by joining us at the Moore Theater on Wednesday for the kickoff party. How about the practice show where you got the Pretty Reckless and Aaron Jones? You can practice how to do it.
It's like a preseason game.
That's it. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster. We also have a limited amount of tickets left for the BJ and Migs party, which we take you to a special area at White River. We hang out. You get a beverage on us. I mean, it's you get the beverages. Yeah, you get some tchotchkes are good.
If in the past it's been T-shirts. In the past it's also been fanny packs.
Yeah, we don't know what it is. What is it going to be this year? And it's going to be a big celebration over Labor Day weekend. Pain in the Grass at White River Amphitheater. You want all the info, you know where to go. KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Migs. It's time to play the game. Yeah. Scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
It is time for Beat Migs, and it's Thursday, so let's get cracking.
Release the Kraken.
Yeah, sploosh. Release that Kraken.
Yeah.
And, it's a long time till hockey. There's hockey going on right now, but I don't care because the stupid Colorado Avalanche.
I know, it's about to end pretty soon.
I know.
Yeah, the season. Oh, what's that?
Season could be over soon, man.
It could be over tomorrow. Wow.
Yeah.
Which I'm not ready for.
No.
D. Ted Smith and I put a bet, and we were like, gentleman's bet, $1.
Okay.
Neither one of us wanted to bet on Colorado because we're both rooting for Tampa Bay. So then we did a bet of how many games will it take for Tampa Bay to win the Stanley Cup? And I'm already out because I picked 6 games.
Oh.
And he picked 7.
That can't be done. Yeah.
So he has a very small chance, but he has the only chance.
Yeah. Dang it. That was wise on Ted's part.
And then there's a rockaholic that listens to the Megacast, which is available on Odyssey app and all the places where you check out podcasts. And every time that the Avalanche win, I feel like he tweets at us, and it's pretty funny. So it's always like a great meme of some kind of a Colorado Avalanche guy scoring, and I'm like, damn it, yeah.
I know. It's
Derek Vanderpool. Shout out to Derek. He keeps sending us tweets of Avalanche guys when they win.
Yeah, it is. I don't know how.
Damn it, but also cool.
That's his team,
right? Yeah.
I don't know how the Rockies are doing. I don't think they're doing that well. I think San Francisco and L.A. are kind of the class of that division right now. But, between the Avalanche and then, of course, Russell Wilson when football season starts.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Colorado's in the National League, right?
Right. They're in the West Division of the National League. And I believe the
they're
Giants.
in last place.
Good.
Yeah, good.
All right. Something to cheer for.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Yeah.
We're just all going to hate Colorado as a state at this point.
And
for no
Nuggets,
good reason.
No, well, Russell Wilson and all these other things. These are some pretty good reasons here.
I think the Nuggets had a forgettable season too, so I'm happy about that. So we don't have a whole lot of Denver we have to hear about.
Well, let's get to our contestant today. We got George in Bothell. George, are you there?
I'm here.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. Goodbye. For those playing at home, George will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. George, you can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Beginning with J, what was Private Ryan's first name in the film Saving Private Ryan?
Jerry, John.
No.
Joe.
No. Who is the Greek god of war?
Pass.
Which Bond actor won an Academy Award for his role in The Untouchables?
Pass.
Which Teletubby has a triangle on its head?
Tiki Wiki.
Yes. Lane Staley passed away in what early 2000s year?
2002.
Yes.
2000.
What is the name of He-Man's main nemesis?
The Skeletor.
Yes. What is Stevie Nicks' real first name?
Stephanie.
Yes. Kingston is the capital of which country in the Caribbean?
Jamaica.
Yes. Who played Jane in the mid-2000s movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Angelina Jolie.
Yes. Which organ consists of 2 ventricles and 2 atrium?
The heart.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 correct.
Yeah, all right, that's respectable.
Yeah, you started off a little rough, but then you finished very, very strong.
I might have a nitpick.
Oh, you shut up over there.
I love this. Welcome to
Okay.
the Nitpick
But
family, Vicky.
I'll wait
Okay.
until after.
All right, we'll see what happens.
I love what I've done for the people.
I know you've let everyone try to nitpick me.
I always wanted a protege.
To be fair, it isn't about. To be fair, it isn't about you necessarily.
Okay.
Well, actually, it is always about him.
You be quiet. Steve, you're back.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes, I want to give a shout out first
Okay.
to BJ Shea.
What? Why would you do that?
Forgive me, but shut up.
Oh, okay. BJ hit that button, not me.
Wrong button. Sorry,
BJ, if you don't want me to give you the shout out, you don't have to play sound effects.
I meant this.
Give it a shout.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, that's the one I meant to say.
That was
yeah.
the most appropriate thing I've ever heard. It's like your fingers are out to get you.
My bad. Sorry. Brian from Family Guy, I guess, just didn't want to. Yeah.
Got a nice Instagram message from our buddy Peyton in Lake Stevens. He said, hey, I challenge you to dedicate the game to BJ. I hope he's having a great day, and I wish he wouldn't put himself down so much. I think we all need a boost this Thursday and finally getting some sun. That's what's up, BJ.
Thanks, Peyton.
He's a really good dude who needs to hear it.
Oh, wow.
I blocked him
you know
after I
what?
read that message.
Okay,
of course.
fair enough,
Unfollowed, blocked,
Yeah.
reported it as spam.
Oh, thanks, Peyton. It's always nice when someone wants to send out a good vibe. I appreciate that.
Boost and BJ.
So through Peyton and Lake Stevens, today's game is dedicated to BJ Shea.
I like that. Thank you, buddy.
That's what's up, right?
Yeah. Forgive me when I told you to shut up.
Are you ready?
I'm an idiot.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Wrong button. I hit the wrong button.
yeah,
just
totally.
like you, BJ.
Yeah, sure.
Beginning with J, what was Private Ryan's first name in the film Saving Private Ryan?
Jack?
No.
John?
No.
Jerry?
No. Who is the Greek god of war?
Joshua.
No.
Thanos.
No.
Gene Simmons.
No.
That's it.
I don't know. Chlamydia.
No. Which Bond actor won an Academy Award for his role in The Untouchables?
Sean Connery.
Yush. Which Teletubby has a triangle on its head?
Tinky Winky.
Yes. Lane Staley passed away in what early 2000s year?
2001.
No.
2002.
Yes. What was the name of He-Man's main nemesis?
Oh, Skeletor.
Yes.
Jeez.
What is Stevie Nicks' real first name?
Steven.
No.
Stephanie.
Yes.
Nice.
Kingston is the capital of which country in the Caribbean?
Ontario.
No.
Kingston
we go.
is Jamaica.
Yes. Who played Jane in the mid-2000s movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Cameron Diaz.
No.
Oh, what's her face?
You're not going to get it. It's over.
Uma Thurman.
No.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You lose.
Jennifer
7,
Aniston.
6. No.
Angelina Jolie.
That was your undoing. Nice work, George.
Yeah.
Thank you. Fun fact, I once played laser tag with Lane Staley.
Wow.
Where?
There was a place in Linwood long ago, and his
Fantasia?
buddy, brought him up. No, it was. It only lasted a few years.
Oh.
So, and it was near the Alderwood Mall.
So did you guys play against each other, or were you guys on the same team?
We played a few games, so I'm sure we
Flip-flopped and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's so random and awesome.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's kind of neat.
Whenever you shot him,
it
did you
was.
go, yeah, I snuffed the rooster? No,
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Yeah.
probably not, but maybe in your head.
Thanks for playing, George. Appreciate it, buddy. Hey, hold on a second. I think it's very important that we get this.
Oh, yeah, you did lose.
Oh, Steve.
Well, yeah. You figured out Angelina Jolie, so congratulations on that one.
It took a minute, and I love that movie.
It was a fun one, but also when you said Jennifer Aniston, that was the movie that basically broke up Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston.
That's kind of how it slowly started.
Yeah.
My brain started like firing off and being like, "Oh yeah, wait a second."
You got there eventually.
Yeah. Truly.
Who is the Greek god of war?
Oh man, I want to say Aries, but I don't think that's it.
No, you're correct.
Yeah, I was going to say
it
Aries
is
or
Aries.
Mars.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Aries. It's Aries. So congratulations, you got it.
He was the guy that fought Wonder Woman.
In the first movie.
in the first
spoiler
one,
alert.
yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was the Olympic. Oh, that's the Greeks are the Olympians. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Look at you figuring it out.
I figured. I wonder if we're going to see him in the Thor movie because we're going to see like a lot of gods.
Well, yeah, we'll see Zeus because Russell Crowe's playing Zeus.
Yeah,
we know that for sure. So
he's the Greek big guy.
Mm-hmm. And then beginning with J, what was Private Ryan's first name in Saving Private Ryan?
I think I'd be guessing like James or Justin,
and you'd be right with James.
Yeah,
James.
Oh.
If
Rick
Jack
James,
Ryan already was a guy.
Yeah, Jack Ryan was a dude. Yeah, with all those different things. So, sorry for your loss there, buddy.
Yeah,
Oh,
if Jack Ryan was Private Ryan, he'd be saving everybody else. They wouldn't need to save him.
Right?
So texting it was Qzar was the laser tag place. He's probably thinking of.
I like barely remember that name.
I remember Fantasia.
Yeah, I remember because they had Whirly Ball, right?
No, there is Whirly Ball in like the Edmonds area.
Yes.
Fantasia eventually became a family fun center, just like the one in like the Tequila area.
Oh, like Bullwinkle and all that?
And then I recently drove by it because that's how you get to Dick's from the freeway.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
And it is now, I think, a church.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have a batting. Yeah, a batting like
Yeah,
Batting
cage.
cages, yeah.
Bumper cars,
Bumper
boats,
boats were
laser
dope.
tag.
Laser tag was low budget, but
But it was
have
still
it.
fun.
They need to keep the bumper boats and do bumper baptisms.
Oh my god.
Bumper baptisms. Okay, I'm you know what?
The bumper boats had little water cannons, like teeny tiny streams of water.
Yeah.
There you go. Just pew pew,
There you
baptism.
go.
You know, I thought the sedan clowns was the best idea of the morning, but it just got beat out in the most triumphant fashion. Bumper baptisms. I'll go to that church.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. I love this plan. Okay.
Why did you get a concussion while being baptized? Well,
bumper baptisms. All right, I'm for it. I want it. Okay, you may have better ideas than sedan clams or bumper baptisms, so we're going to turn this show over to you and see if, in fact, you can beat that. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. We'll take your calls. We'll take your texts at 917 on the Rock.
When it's time for an adventure on the open highway, one quick call to American Family Insurance gets you headed in the right direction. Our travel peace of mind package is there if you encounter a bump in the road. From roadside assistance to rental car coverage, we have you covered. Find a local agent or get a quote at amfam.com.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey, you got something to say? I got something to say. They're wild, ragged, and on the loose. This is Listeners on the Loose.
0.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. All right, your time to shine. But remember, while you're shining, make sure you follow Steve's rule.
it's a simple rule. BJ, show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, you'll be gonged and we will have to say goodbye to you.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
This one's a fun one. Let's get a little spiritual. If you guys were going to get reincarnated as an animal, what would it be?
Ooh.
That's actually very little spiritual. You know, really. I appreciate that. There's really there's no argument you can have over that. It's like, all right, we're all going to pick an animal. All right.
I know mine. Excuse me. I'm going through puberty because of a meme. A golden retriever that belongs to an upper middle class family.
Oh, wow. You really
oddly specific.
You will get treated like a king.
Yes.
What meme is this that you're seeing a golden retriever getting treated well?
There was this picture of this dog who had like his bed next to this window and the sun was out. He was just having the perfect life. And I was just like, that's what I want.
Honestly, being a dog in any loving family, no matter what their
Right.
status is, would probably be a pretty good pick because all you do is get belly rubs, you get fed, they pick up after your poop out. You don't even have to clean up after yourself. It's pretty crazy.
Actually, I want to be a dog belonging to one of these TikTok stars. Have you seen what some of these people will do for their videos with dog food? Not just any dog food. They will cut up like Wagyu beef. They'll put in like fresh grains and like chicken livers, like fresh every single day for their dog. Like, I've never had Wagyu. Like, this is BS.
Go to Arby's and get some. They got the burger.
Oh, yeah, they got that burger now.
That's right.
Get over it, Vicky.
Fine.
Go up to the drive-thru and go, woof. There you go. You get it.
Hey, she's getting to pick what she wants to be a
I'm
dog.
kidding.
They're
I
not
mean,
putting the
come
oil in to
on.
make my coat look nice
be
at
honest,
Arby's.
though.
Oh, we have an animal gatekeeper, but you know what? What about the hearing, though? I mean, we humans don't hear as well as dogs, and you imagine living in a house where it's loud all the time.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to figure out a way to like lower the remote.
Right.
Like sometimes like when my parents would visit, I'm like, gosh, my ears are getting blown out from how loud they had the TV.
Yeah, imagine living like that because that's probably what it's like for a dog.
Just think about thunder and fireworks.
Yeah, I mean, like regular stuff. Like I'm a loud guy because I'm half deaf, but just like regular people are probably way too loud for dogs.
Or another random dog just getting up behind you and going to town on you. You didn't even realize what's happening.
Well, that's not so
Apparently,
bad.
that's protocol. You just will accept that, and you know that that's what's going to happen.
I'll be wired for that. I'll be like okay with that. I mean, like Rev said, it's kind of like it'll go along with the dog territory because I don't, it's kind of nature doing its business.
I would want to be picky about who the owners are. Like, I would definitely want a loving family. I don't know if I want to be in an obsessive family house because, like, I was recently at the dog store. I think it was Mud Bay, and this woman walks in, and she's got 2 dogs, and she's louder than all hell. Not the dogs, the woman, and she's just having a conversation with her dogs. And all I could think was if I was one of her dogs, I'd be like, lady, knock it off. We're not. You're annoying.
Oh, I want you to be reincarnated in a talkative household. You will hate that.
Because she's like, walks in, and like all of a sudden I hear this lady loud as all hell going, oh, all right, sweeties, don't think about shoplifting. Oh. And I'm like, are you really
oh, my God.
cracking dad jokes with your dogs?
I think that I actually kind of like her.
I was expecting like a Fran Drescher voice when you said loud.
Oh, no, she was like, just like, it was almost like a weird, like, Mrs. Doubtfire voice.
Okay, I think I like that better.
Well, okay,
Super
Robin Williams
loud.
with dogs. All right.
Well, what animal would you guys want to be reincarnated then?
I'm still
Squirrel.
thinking it.
A squirrel.
Yeah.
Why?
You go
You'll
dig
get-
for nuts.
Everybody thinks you're cute, but everyone leaves you kind of the F alone. Because they
Yeah.
know that you're a little more dangerous than you come off.
You could be rabid.
And you can run up trees and get nuts and just go crazy.
Yeah. I'm watching too much of that show Alone because squirrel is probably like the primary food every time they send those people out there to survive.
Well, I don't want to be on the set of Alone then.
Well, that's the problem. It's like the entire, like Canada. I mean, they go into the, that's where you might be reincarnated.
I want to be a squirrel in Puyallup.
I was going to say a squirrel at the zoo because you're not locked up, but you know all those kids are dropping popcorn and peanuts, so you'll have your fill.
And you can F with the other animals, like, come get me. And then you fly right through the gate, and then all of a sudden, like, the tiger just slams its head, and you laugh at it.
Okay, so you want to be captive. Do you think we'd like captivity? I mean, we think, again, as
No,
human
I'm not.
beings-
I'm a squirrel. I go wherever I
Yeah,
want. But
squirrels do whatever they want,
I pop
man.
in the zoo to
Well-
F with the other animals that are captive.
Oh, and you'll just be able to go in and out of the zoo. You won't have a problem with that. Okay, sure you will.
The zookeepers don't care about squirrels.
Nope.
Okay, fair enough. I suppose, yeah. That's a good point. I mean, I do see some squirrels from time to time.
All right, Rev.
A bird.
Like a
He
crow?
wants to be a crowmie, of
I
course.
could be a crow. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. As long as I'm a bird and I can poop on people.
Oh, that's why you want to be a bird, just to take a dump on people?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know, at least you're honest.
So Rev wants to poop on people. Vicky wants to get cuddled. And I
Yeah.
want to get nuts.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it really sounds like this show.
Yeah, we haven't really changed. All right, BJ. What's the angriest animal that we know?
I was thinking crab.
a
Yeah.
crab.
Ooh,
Crab's
an
probably the way to
emu.
go.
Emus are vicious. They're basically dinosaurs.
Yeah, big old angry birds.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, you know, I mean, if I have to pick an animal,
Well, yes, you have to.
because I
rules.
really, I'm not a big reincarnation guy for that reason. I don't think the animals get a fair shake. Maybe a dolphin. I mean, dolphins apparently have a lot of sex.
Yeah, that's a few people who texted in saying I want to be a dolphin so I could have sex for fun still.
Yeah, and they have a brain. Like dolphins are supposedly even smarter than us, if you depending upon how you look
You
at
get to
things.
swim.
Yeah,
And
all right,
then
I'll
chicks
be
want to
a-
ride you or hold on to you in the water.
Yeah.
You can get high with pufferfish, I think I've seen.
Yeah, dolphins.
Okay.
Yeah, dolphins will get high with pufferfish.
Hey, look at that! I'm living the dolphin life.
One texter says, Steve, you have a point. Squirrels, they sleep a lot and they do enjoy eating psychedelic mushrooms.
Okay,
I didn't know about that.
Now you're speaking my language.
Mm-hmm.
So you mean I could possibly be hanging out with a squirrel, and I see a squirrel in my neighborhood, and it might be tripping balls?
Isn't that weird that they okay, so if they eat those, you wonder if it does affect them the way it does affect humans. Because it's so nuts, as it were, that they eat that stuff. And how are they not tripping balls and falling out of trees and everything?
So I think BJ's already a bird. He likes to crap on people. So the text says, BJ, you're already an anteater.
Yeah, it's fun.
Texter's bringing fire today, man.
Yeah, you guys are just great. Thank you. At least I had that one dude from Lake Stevens. What was his name? Jordan? Peyton. Yeah, Peyton from Lake Stevens. Thank you, Peyton. At least you were a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's. I'm done with this topic.
We got to stop saying squirrel because it's driving a texter's dog's nuts.
Squirrel.
Wait. You mean the dog knows that word?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And even if it hears it from random voices, it still figures it out.
My old dog Lucy was like that. She was obsessed with squirrels to the point where if she saw one in the backyard and I opened the door, I've never seen that dog run faster. And it wouldn't want to hurt the squirrel. It would just want to run up to it and then just stare aggressively at it to the point where it gave 2 squirrels heart attacks.
Whoa.
I witnessed one. I didn't witness the other, so I'm assuming. But one of the times I remember seeing her run to the squirrel and look at it like, what the F? And then the squirrel just kind of tipped over and was dead. It's like, what the hell?
That squirrel needed some mushrooms, man.
Or maybe it was on mushrooms and it was just tripping so hard and then this large dog is coming at it.
Yeah. Dude, that's something when you can scare a creature into a heart attack. Man.
If a large animal came running up to me and just stopped and stared at me while I'm on mushrooms, I might pass out.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Every squirrel is now on mushrooms in Steve's world.
Yeah.
Dude, for real.
Why not? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Kevin in Anacortes. Kevin, you are on the Rock.
How y'all doing this morning?
Not too bad, Kevin. What you got for us, buddy?
Man, I don't think people are putting a lot of thought into this, man. First of all, who wouldn't want to fly? And with that in mind, let's go with one of the smartest animals on the planet, which is the raven.
Right.
Oh, the raven. Why are they so smart?
You know what? It's just, what do you mean, why are they so smart?
How dare you?
I don't know why they're so smart. God made them that way, maybe. But,
okay,
they're very
that was
clever.
a great answer.
And they're very resourceful. And
you called them one of the smartest animals on the planet.
Human waste.
Well, I don't know if he gave him an SAT exam.
Well, would you say smartest animal on the planet? The dolphins are legitimately considered a really smart being, almost maybe even smarter than us, depending upon how you measure things. That's why I thought maybe I was asking because I didn't know this about ravens. I wasn't trying to challenge you about it.
They've done studies
the
with
ravens
and
can
crows.
talk like parrots.
Oh, that I did not know.
And from what I understand, they're much clearer. They can fool you.
And if they're in a huddle, they get very emotional and motivational.
There's been all the old stories about the ravens. Well, they can't get to the water in the cup, so they put rocks in it until they can reach it. There's just a whole lot of...
I don't know these stories.
So they can problem solve. So if they're trying to reach food, they in a cup, they can't reach it, but there's water in there, they'll keep putting stuff in it, so, it will bring up the object.
That's just what he said.
Yeah.
All right.
So he is not wrong.
Is.
But I'd rather...
They fly. They can fly.
Flying is fun, but I think I'd rather climb up a tree effortlessly.
Climb up a tree. Well, I would rather fly up in the tree and not swim around in human waste. So I'm going with the raven.
You're bringing up solid points.
I would not want to swim around in human waste. And all right, well, instead, you know what? You can just you can fly through all of our skin that's floating in the air. How about that?
But hey, that's 6 in one hand, half a dozen on the other.
That's it. All right, well, Kevin, appreciate the call. There you go. Kevin said, vote for the Ravens.
Someone said the place to be a squirrel in is Longview, Washington. They have their own bridges. Look it up. Squirrel heaven.
Wait. Longview has a squirrel heaven place where the squirrels get to hang out?
I knew Amazon had squirrel picnic tables you can put an ear of corn on, but I didn't know they had squirrel bridges.
Where does Amazon have the squirrel? Is it in the Spheres? Where is it?
No. On Amazon you can buy one.
Oh, I thought Amazon themselves said, we will make squirrel picnic tables. There's not enough of them for people.
So, yes,
there are squirrel bridges.
In Longview, they call it's dubbed the Nutty Narrows Bridge, a human-engineered span between the library grounds and the other side of Olympic Way. It was basically a way so the squirrels could get across without having to deal with the road between the two trees that they put it between.
Yeah, Longview's where it's at.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Well, you got to have something in your town. Longview is, a lot of people don't have a lot of nice things to say about, Kelso Longview. There you go. There's one.
Oh, I want to go to the Nettie Narrows Bridge.
There you go, buddy.
A road trip.
Oh, they even have a festival. They call it Squirrel Fest.
What?
Of course they do. I mean, if you're going to make a bridge for squirrels, you better have a squirrel fest.
I don't know what you do there, but I'm in. Let's go. Over 3,000 people show up annually because of the Squirrel Bridge. And they have food and performances.
Do they bring squirrels to this event, or I mean, do they bring in people like they have for Puxatawny Phil? They have a big day. Do they have like Sammy the Squirrel, who's like the the ambassador?
I don't know. I mean, do they get the squirrel nut zippers to perform every year?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna have a festival, I think that they're meant to be there.
Well, Steve, if this is the animal you want to be, you should be going to this festival every year just to get geared up to know how you'll be honored.
How do I get to be like the marshal of it? Like, or like, I don't know if they have like a guy a person that's like, like the leader of the fest.
The grand marshal?
I want to be the grand squirrel.
Yeah, you'll be the sire squirrel.
Oh, they got guys dressed or girls dressed in squirrel costumes.
Okay.
We've got a morning parade.
Oh, for calling all squirrel furries. Let's do this.
When is this happening?
August 20th.
Oh, damn it.
You have time.
We're in Chicago.
Yeah, we're out of town for that one.
Oh, Steve, you know what? If you really want to go, I'll have them move the convention too.
I'll even have a cornhole tournament.
All right. Well, what about, look at this. Cornhole tournaments. You got little squirrel bridges. What else do you need?
I feel like we'll get more out of going to Squirrel Fest than Morning Show Convention, to be honest.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, as far as stories.
Well, yeah.
We'll eat mushrooms with the squirrels.
I'm a city folk. I'm not sure I'm getting this.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, they got a beer garden.
Yeah. Well, they better, because you know what? If you're going to drag my ass to Squirrel Fest, I better have something to drink.
Right?
You pick the topic. You guide the show. It is Listeners on the Loose. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. More of your calls and more of your texts at 935 on the Rock.
Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger is back. A flavor spectacle of pretzel proportion. Featuring applewood smoked bacon and hot and juicy beef. It puts beer cheese on top of Munster cheese and a pretzel bun on top of all that. Simply put, Wendy's Pretzel Pub puts the EAT in greatness. Try one today and see for yourself. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger.
For a limited time only at participating Wendy's.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Someone texted in and said earlier you guys were talking about music festivals with Pain in the Grass, of course. And besides Squirrel Festival, what would you consider to be the best festival that you've ever attended? Like that they do Squirrel Fest in.
Yeah, this question is because there was a list put out by a website called Ultimate Classic Rock, and they have listed what they feel are the best festivals ever.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like to see what you guys think, and I can throw some of these out there too that I got on my list.
Yeah, because the text want to know the best festival that we've ever attended. I've got too many. I'm racking my brain. The first one that pops into mind. And it was forever ago. It was Lollapalooza 1994. I was like super young at the time. Got to go to Lollapalooza. And man, the lineup, BJ, was insane. This was it was like Jones Beach in New York. And it was an insane festival that had the Smashing Pumpkins were the headline. This is at the height of the Pumpkin success, like during Siamese Dream.
Ooh, nice.
Also playing were the Beastie Boys. George Clinton and the P-Funk All-Stars.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, the Breeders, they were great. A Tribe Called Quest, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, L7, and then Green Day were the first band on stage, on the main stage. Like they were this little, starting to get known. They weren't really huge. They were only on the second half of the tour, so they just got put on because they were starting to get a name for themselves. And, it was during their record Dookie, before it blew up. And then on one of the side stages, I don't even know if it was the second stage or like the third stage, they played in front of like nobody, but it was the Flaming Lips. And I remember being like, even back then, they were larger than life. And that was like one of the greatest festivals I ever attended. There's a ton of other ones I could think of, but that one will forever stay in my mind as being one of the most fun festivals I've ever been to.
And you said that was back in 94?
Back in 1994.
Yeah, because the music, because this website recognizes Lollapalooza, which got its start just 3 years before that, as being one of the most important music festivals ever. So that makes sense. Because look at what you just mentioned. You know, like you said, before we even heard about some of those folks.
There was a Lollapalooza I wish I would have attended. It was not the first one, it was the second one, because the second one had Soundgarden and Pearl Jam along with the Chili Peppers, Ministry, Ice Cube. The first one was great because it was Nine Inch Nails and Jane's Addiction. Susie and the Banshees, but
Perry Farrell's the one that created it, which I didn't realize. Didn't realize he was the one that was responsible for making Lollapalooza a thing.
That was his whole baby, and then put it together. I mean, very smart of him. Made his band go on last, and
what an amazing idea!
And the rest is history. I mean, they kept. I remember going in '95 was pretty good because of Hole, and this was like it wasn't cool, but it was like you could tell Courtney was just dealing with like what was going on in her world because of Kurt Cobain, and she like emotionally was just putting it all out there, which made for a very memorable performance. I mean, obviously I wouldn't wish that upon anyone, but the performance was next level because of that. And also Sonic Youth played in Elastica. I don't know if you remember Elastica.
Oh, I remember.
I remember the name. Don't remember much about the band though.
That's all right.
Dude. Well, I feel like I'm there.
Oh, dude, that was the band.
Yeah,
I might listen to them today.
I know, now me too.
Right?
Yeah, I have to say, if not for Pain in the Grass, I don't think I've gone to many music festivals. You know, I've gone to shows, but not like multi-day events. And so that the Pain in the Grass at the Gorge is mine because that was a multi-day event.
That's so funny. I put that one on my list as well. Alice in Chains, Jane's Addiction, Coheed and Cambria.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting who else, but there was like was it Avenged Sevenfold?
Avenged Sevenfold. That was at the Gorge.
Yes.
That one was so epic.
It was insane.
Yeah.
That was probably my top one too. Like,
sorry, guys.
No. I mean, I'm glad that we all agree.
That's all I got. That's all I got for you.
That's a good one to have. I remember what made it fun too was backstage. Which member of Jane's Addiction was giving a member of another band a haircut?
Oh.
It was just a strange thing.
Boy,
like,
that was not how I thought that sentence would end.
Yeah, actually.
I know, dude. Maybe 20 years earlier, it would have been a whole different type of different head.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That was being trimmed.
Yeah. Exactly. So I was like, where's Steve going with this? Oh, okay.
No, it was such a wholesome moment. Like one of the members of Jane's Addiction was giving another guy a haircut, and it was like, what in the world is going on here?
Yeah.
That was a great show.
Yeah. Do you consider a festival more than a one-day event?
It's debatable. I feel like a lot of people, like in its purest form, a festival is multiple days, but I mean, Lollapalooza was a one-day event, and I think multiple bands playing.
Multiple stages?
Oh, okay.
Maybe?
I'm pretty loose with my festival term.
Fair.
I feel like as long as there's more than like five or more bands playing throughout the entire day.
Yeah.
Ideally outdoors. I think that's a festival.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm still going to go with the Gorge. It has to be the Gorge.
One of my favorite ones would actually have to be Endfest.
Yes.
And it was the one where it was Deftones and Korn were main staging or headlining the main stage, and I think it was Papa Roach on the side.
This is great.
And
that's Endfest 2000. It's also on my list. Right?
Because it was epic. It was epic because I got the worst sunburn I've ever had in my entire life, and I remember just getting it and then camping out in the electronic pavilion.
Yes.
Because it was the one covered spot, and just going in between that and then going out to see the side stage, seeing Murder City Devils for like their quote unquote last time, and then seeing Papa Roach, and then going and my buddy getting hit by a Gatorade bottle during Korn because everyone just started throwing Gatorade bottles everywhere. He got his eyebrow like popped, like sliced open.
Damn.
He ran over to the medic tent. They taped him up and they're like, dude, you're going to need stitches. He's like, I got to go back. And then he just ran back with just like a little bit of a couple of bandages on him and still rocked out.
BJ, that concert, that might also be maybe my number one, just because of the entire day. Dude, this was one of the most bonkers events. Like you said, Korn, there was a massive water bottle fight happening prior to their going on stage, where it was scary. Like, it was insane.
It was a lot.
And like you said, I mean, like, the Deftones played. They did a Weezer cover, which was incredible.
Yep.
Third Eye Blind was a part of this show as well.
I don't even remember that.
Oh, I would have dug that.
Everlast, that was great. Danny's not here today, but he would have been bummed to miss it. But MXPX were on that show.
Okay.
Papa Roach, like you mentioned. Papa Roach missed their flight because they were enjoying the Murder City Devils set so much that they're like, you know what? Screw it. We'll take a later flight. Which I thought was a nice nod to them. Right. And they ended up bringing the Devils up on some shows afterwards. It wasn't their last show. It was like for the Mercy Devils, but it was pretty great. Harvey Danger was there.
That's what I thought. I thought Harvey Danger was like one of the openings for the main stage.
And the singer of Mercy Devils went out there pretending to be the singer of Harvey Danger because they look alike. So he walks out there and the whole place is going nuts, and then he doesn't sound like Sean Nelson. So that was kind of a fun moment. Power Man 5000. Three Doors Down, which is like odd now when you look back on it.
Wow.
But, dude, that's Dynamite Hack. I don't know if you remember them. They did the
Boys in the Hood.
cover.
Yeah.
And that's part of why also that festival was so epic to me, because after the festival, they put us up at the hotel at the Silverdale Inn or whatever.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about out there because it was out in the boonies.
Yeah, it was wherever in Kitsap County. Mm-hmm. And they put all the bands also in that same hotel. So we would all party. It was so much fun. BJ, so... At some point, that was one of the first times I discovered a certain drug by the name of ecstasy.
Oh, boy.
And I could not see straight. And I'm walking around the hotel, and everyone's partying at the bar. And I'm walking around outside just like playing with grass and throwing rocks in the water. And I see the Dynamite Hack guys who I interviewed earlier. And I go up to them just like, you guys were so awesome, man. That was so much fun talking to you guys. I'm like rambling. And they just looked at me and they go, we don't know what you're on. And I'm like, oh, crap. And they're like, but could you get us some?
Yes, sir.
And I'm like, follow me. And then it's like the blind leading the blind.
Voice.
I probably did.
Follow me.
Find the shady sales guy that had all the drugs.
Nice.
We did not go to bed for the rest of the night. It was one of the most crazy nights of my life. It was just, I mean, at one point I'm yelling at them on the bus because they need to sell more records because the bus isn't big enough to hold all of us. And then they're yelling at me because they're like, well, you need to play our song more so we can make more money to buy this bus that you want us to have.
These are all good points.
We spoke the truth, man.
So when are you writing your book, buddy?
Yeah,
I want a book of all Steve's adventures.
I don't remember until we started talking about it. And it's like, I remember they like, then we're playing like Weezer and the Beach Boys. We're like you hear this, you hear that. And then they put on, first time I ever heard Jeff Buckley's Hallelujah.
Yes.
I'm now Waterworks.
Yeah, dude.
And it's like a domino effect. Now everyone on the bus is just bawling. And then a group of people come on the bus. They're like, hey, what's going on, guys? And they turn around and left because they're like, what is a bunch of random people listening to Jeff Buckley's Hallelujah, crying and holding each other?
I can appreciate that, especially if you're altered in any way.
That's so amazing.
That song will do it to you.
It was dude. Yeah. I can never not visualize that moment when I hear that song, and I never heard it before that. Like I was just not a Jeff Buckley guy.
Yeah,
but that night I was.
Oh yeah, well that's an amazing version.
It was
imagine being on ecstasy hearing that version. Oy.
And it created this weird little bond with the band for a little bit after, because then they went on tour with Weezer, and I remember I was going home and they ended up hooking me up with tickets to see them open up for Weezer, and it was obviously eventually your paths go elsewhere, but it was we always had that night, and we would not every time I would run into them, it was we would just crack up about how stupid all of us were. One of my buddies came on the bus finally, goes, where have you been? And I'm like, what? He's like, I've been outside throwing rocks waiting for you. And I'm like, oh, I should go.
That's awesome.
It was me and Brian, the night guy, at the end. We're just throwing rocks outside the tour bus at the water. This is so much fun. So stupid. Don't do drugs, kids.
I think Vicky's right. I think we need to somehow someone's just got to just bring up stuff and hope that you remember.
Yeah, right.
Oh, the places Steve will go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Those were the best. The Kitsap County Fairgrounds shows were some of the most bonkers shows I've ever been a part of.
Ridiculous.
I remember Kid Rock doing one of them, and he partied with the staff all night long as well. Crystal Method, they were crazy as well.
Of course they were.
Oh, man. All right, man. You know what? And you happened to work at the end, so really it worked out well for you that you got to see a lot of those shows.
We need to take over the Kitsap County Fairgrounds and do some kind of a show. Dynamite Hack Fest. Or Squirrel Fest.
Squirrel Fest!
That's it.
We all do mushrooms.
That
gosh.
Is, make sure there's a beer garden. Remember, I won't go without a beer garden. That's important for Squirrel Fest. All right, reminiscing's been great, but we have to answer this important question. What do Ryan Castle and swimming pools have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and swimming pools have in common? It's cool.
It's just a Baby Ruth.
Yeah, I see those on Ryan Castle all the time. I'm like, what is that sticking out of his? It's a Baby Ruth.
Seems fine to me.
Baby Ruth.
Okay.
Duty! Someone said Michael Phelps makes both look easy. I did not know you knew Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
Yeah, just when I need money.
Yeah.
Both make Steve have to grab a towel.
Oh, yeah.
And BJ enjoys being in both of them.
Oh, wow.
I
You
do.
made the list.
I really do.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Finally know what I love in the summer. Ryan Castle and pools.
Two of your favorite things.
And since we're talking about pools, hey, everybody, time to just revisit that poll to see how many people really think peeing in the pool is the right thing to do. Only 41% say that you should go to a restroom and avoid peeing in the ocean or a pool. That's a small number.
Here's the problem with restrooms at pools. You have no shoes on.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta walk into a public restroom with no shoes on.
You need those flip-flops nearby.
Yeah. I would rather swim in my own urine than stand in somebody else's.
Yeah, but would you want to swim? Well, I mean, yeah. 48% say it's okay to pee in the ocean, but don't pee in the pool.
If I had to pick one or the other, I'm going ocean.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Or river.
For sure.
Oh, thanks for that. And 6% say, yeah, pool is fine, man. It's my big bathroom.
But what about the duty?
Hey, listen, that's your own duty
Beaches.
to think about the duty.
Right. Yes.
Ryan Castle, I don't know if he pees in the pool, but I know he brings a 12-pack anyway, and he's next.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
Did you know there were truck nuts? And that's even funnier.
Is there like a girl equivalent to that, like truck lips or something?
Can you imagine if somebody sold that, truck lips? I mean,
There's sedan clams, which are pretty cool.
Sedan clams. Yeah, those are very popular. Yeah,
They're like these little clams that hang on the back of a sedan.
Okay, I feel like
Is
that
it
should
really
be
a
sold.
thing? Are you
No, no.
Sponsored by Ivers.
Yeah. Hey, keep clam, everybody.
BJ and Migs mornings on The Rock 99.9 KISW.
When it's time for an adventure on the open highway, one quick call to American Family Insurance gets you headed in the right direction. Our travel peace of mind package is there if you encounter a bump in the road. From roadside assistance to rental car coverage, we have you covered. Find a local agent or get a quote at amfam.com.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.